The next drill we're going to talk about is the Oklahoma drill. Now, the Oklahoma drill is as old as the game itself, but it maintains its credibility in terms of practicing because it does reduce risk. It does take the well-being and safety of the student athletes into effect, and it does break down and isolate the toughness, the technique, and the fundamentals that we're looking for in these drills. They are very competitive in nature, but yet, the player is only going to go 2 to 3, maybe 4 times at the most. What we like to do here at the University of Miami is post all the matchups. We like to make sure that we got the big guys going against the big guys, and the combos going against the combos, and the skills going against the skills. And it does a really good job matching them up. It creates competition. And the other thing you can do in training camp is keep score and post it and keep a running tally. Again, like all these drills, we mix and match them, but it does create a lot of energy, and the kids really learn a lot from it. Again, what we like to do is have the ball carrier about 6 yards back, and the drill starts on the offensive blocker's movement. Don't make it complicated. We like to run him back 6 yards back, and the drill starts on the offensive blocker's movement. The key here to the drill is to have the running back not leave until contact is made. So that's really important. This is a drill where we're trying to teach staying on blocks, keeping a base, moving our feet, and finishing the block on offense. On defense, it's a drill where we want to not false step, not give up ground if we don't have to, get our feet and hips underneath us, strike with our elbows in, rubbing our rib cage, thumbs up, press the blocker back with our hands, lock him out, strain and shed and move laterally, get outside the framework, and then ultimately finish with a live tackle. Again, there's not a lot of bodies in this drill. Rarely, if ever, do we get someone nicked up in this drill, but we're really teaching, again, the technique, the fundamentals, and the toughness. Great look here on 96. Again, I can't say it enough. If you're teaching defensive football, it's key in terms of defeating a block. It's really important that if the ball carrier is going this way, that the defender lock out and strain until the ball carrier commits. The ball carrier can cut back, so it's really important that we strain and lock out until the ball carrier commits. As soon as the ball carrier commits to this gap, it's important we take this foot and get it to our midline, and then we take this foot and get it outside the framework of the body. It's really important that our hips clear the framework of the offensive lineman. At that point, we can strain, shed, rip, disengage, whatever you teach. Turn the pad, whatever it is that you teach. For us, we want to turn the pad, lock out the near arm, move the foot away from the intended direction, which in this case would be the right, and then finish on through with the tackle. Again, we'll look at it again because it's really important, and it's one of the most overlooked aspects of defeating a block. Most people just teach the strain and then rip, but the back foot has got to come away from the intended direction. Here's a good clip of a guard versus a linebacker. And again, we never want them further than 3 yards apart. We don't need any hat-to-hats. We don't need any helmet-to-helmet collisions or anything like that. And we don't need any running starts. It's all about leverage, getting your pads low, getting your elbows inside, all right, and being able to play the game with a base and low pad. So we don't need any violent collisions here. Again, good job by 65 finishing there. Again, another good job by the offensive lineman finishing there. So here's an application to the game here. And again, all we're talking about is whether he's a G and he's coming to a 3, all right, or he is just simply exploding into this guy, all right. And now we're taking our training to the game, all right. We're bringing our hands, getting our feet to replace our down hand, and pushing back, and then ultimately being able to disengage and move our feet off the block. Well done by 98 there. Same thing that we're teaching here. Again, all this is an Oklahoma drill. Again, we try to keep it consistent with our fundamentals. Good base, try to gain ground on the first step, try to get your second foot in the ground and get it down the midline. And again, at that point, it's rub the ribs with your elbows, thumbs up, hands in, low pads, and inside leverage with your hands. Again, good job bringing his feet. Well done. Again, the Oklahoma drill is an old drill. It's an historic drill in the game, and I think it has more value today than probably at any time in our history, primarily because it allows us to reduce the risk of injury, allows us to control and condense the moving parts, and ultimately allows us to continue to improve our team toughness, our techniques, and ultimately the fundamentals that we need on each play.